Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So what I have for you guys today is definitely going to be a different kind of video than I've been doing lately. So I've had quite a few requests to actually go ahead and do this video, and I'm actually really looking forward to doing it. So in this video here today, we are going to be ranking the championship kits which have been released so far. Now, when I am recording this video, the vast majority of kits for the upcoming 2017/18 season have been released for championship clubs. When I'm recording this, only 5 teams haven't released a kit yet. They are Burton Albion, Fulham, Preston, Reading and Sheffield Wednesday. So obviously they won't be included in this video, which is quite disappointing. You know, we're really getting towards close to the season now and they've still not released the kits, which is really annoying. And myself being a Preston fan, I want to see what the new kit's all about. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think of your kit? Let me know in the comments down below. Will you be buying one? And also as well, who will you be getting on the back of your shirt if you are into that sort of thing? Myself being a Preston fan, I'd be going, I mean, it could only be one person. It would of course have to be Ben Pearson, but unfortunately for me, the Preston kit hasn't even been released yet, so God knows what it's going to look like. So in this video, I'm going to be giving each kit which has been released so far a grading. So we're going to be doing it the old school grading way of doing it, the proper way. We're going to be giving it either an A, B, C, D, E, F. You know how that goes, and we're going to be doing that for all the kits. So obviously this video is going to be incredibly subjective. It's going to be all about opinion. So if I say I don't like a kit and you guys really do like it, just let me know about it in the comments down below, because like I said, this could throw up some interesting opinions. So for this video, we'll go ahead and do it in alphabetical order. So first of all on the list, we of course have Aston Villa, and I've got to say, the new Aston Villa kits, I'm actually a really big fan of these. I mean, the home kit looks very nice, but for me, that away kit is just absolutely killer. That little stripe they've got going across there, the pattern they've got on the home shirt as well, the thing on the little line on the sleeves, I just think everything about this, even the sponsor Unibet doesn't look too bad on this shirt as well. So overall, I think this is a very nice kit, and honestly, I'm going to go ahead and give it an A. I think this is fantastic. Probably one of my favourite kits which has been released for the Championship so far. That away kit for Aston Villa, I think it's an absolute killer. I'm giving it an A. And then next of all, we have Bonsly. Now for Bonsly, this is really a funny one. We have 2 kits which have been released so far, and one of which I'm quite a big fan of, and one I just really don't like it. The one I'm a fan of, I really do like their home kit. I think it's pretty hard for Bonsly to mess up their kits. You know, it's red and white, and what they've done with the home kit, I'm a fan of. I like all the little stripes they've got on it, and I think it looks quite nice with the sponsor, but their away kit, I just don't like it at all. I've seen people on Twitter have had differing opinions on what they think of that one, but honestly, that green on the sleeves, I'm really not a fan of that. So as good as the home kit is, overall for Bonsly, I'm going to give them a C, because that away kit just really drags it down for me. Next up, we then have Birmingham coming into the list, and Birmingham, I'm actually quite a fan of these ones actually. They've kept it very simple with Birmingham this season, obviously with Adidas being their kit provider this season. The 888 Sport I think looks very good. Both the home and away kit are both very solid, you know. They've kept it fairly simple this season for Birmingham, and I must say I am probably more a fan of that other than something overly extravagant going on. So overall, I'm going to give Birmingham a B+ for their kits. I quite like them. And then next up on the list, we do have Bolton Wanderers, and they're quite similar to Bonsly actually. We've got 2 kits here which I'm quite differing on what I think of them in my opinion, and their home kit, I'm quite a big fan of it actually. I think their sponsor Betfred on the white looks very nice. I like the design they've got around the collar, and overall all the little patterns and stripes they've got different colours going on. I think that looks very nice for the home kit. But switching over to the away kit, I think this would be a very nice kit. I actually do like the colour, but it just doesn't go with the Betfred sponsor in my opinion. It doesn't blend into what that kit should be in my opinion. So as much as I do like the home kit, overall I'm going to give Bolton a B-. I don't hate that away kit, but it's not the best. And then coming up next of all, we do have Brentford's kits, and I mean, I think we all know how this one's going to go, and I've already said I didn't really like that green that Bonsly had going on, and Brentford also got a full kit of it for their away kit this season, which I'm not really a massive fan of. Also as well, the Leo Vegas sponsor, I think Norwich have also got their sponsor for this season. It looks, I'm not sure what I think of it. I think it looks a little bit tacky on the kit overall. The goalkeeper kit as well, it's a bit out there with yellow and green. I'm not too sure about them. To be fair, the home kit doesn't actually look too bad. I think that home kit actually looks quite nice. And when we see some of the other kits, which are both red and white, I mean, Sunderland especially have really got that one wrong, but we'll get to that in a bit. But overall, it's not brilliant, but it's not atrocious from Brentford this season, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a C. What do you guys think? And then coming up next of all, guys, on the list is probably my favourite kit that's been released so far, and that is the Bristol City kits. I just think that both the home and away kits for Bristol City this season look absolutely great. I think the sponsor fits into it well, and everything they've got going on, they've kept it very simple, but it just looks so aesthetically pleasing. That away kit as well, accompanied by the green shorts that they've got, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And I know I said before I wasn't a massive fan of green, and people are probably going to hit me up on the comments about that, but it's a different shade of it and it goes well with this purple design. And overall, Bristol City, I'm going to give it an A+. I think it looks fantastic. Then next of all, we have Cardiff on the list, and Cardiff, I'm not sure about this kit. Let's talk about their home kit first of all. I mean, it just looks so simplistic. It looks like the sort of t-shirt you'd be wearing in like a primary school PE or something like that. It just looks so basic. There doesn't really seem to be much to it, and the sponsor as well with Visit Malaysia, I mean, it just looks too basic. That font, I don't know what they were thinking with that. It just literally looks like someone's gone on like Microsoft Paint or something and just literally typed in Visit Malaysia and just pasted it onto the shirt. It doesn't look very nice in my opinion. The away kit does elevate it a little bit. I don't mind that as much, but overall, I'm going to give it a C. I'm not a massive fan. Oh dear. And then next of all, we have Derby County. I thought things have already got bad for once, and it's just gone to a new low with this one. To be fair, we'll start out with the positives of Derby this season. Their home kit doesn't look too bad. I quite like that home kit. Once again, it's hard to get like a Derby home kit wrong. You're really mixing with not many out there colours, but their away kit, they've just gone to a whole new level. What is that? My eyes are burning. I've got the impression that this one could really divide opinion in the comments down below. I get the impression that this is the sort of kit where you either absolutely love it or you absolutely hate it. And judging by my reaction, I'm guessing you guys can tell, I'm not a big fan of that at all. It just seems too out there and too crazy and kooky, and they've tried to do too much with it. I'm not a fan. The home kit's nice, but their away kit, it drags it down so much. I'm giving them a D. Hull City are the team up next, and to my knowledge, they've only announced their home kit so far, so I'm just going to be judging them on their home kit. And honestly, yeah, I think that's a pretty solid kit going into this season. I think the sponsor looks right, the colour scheme looks right, the stripes look very nice. I'm a fan of the sleeves as well. Everything about that is pretty solid. I'll give that a B+. Next up on the list is going to be Ipswich Town, and once again, a team which has kept it fairly simple with their kits, and I'm a fan of that. I do like this style that Ipswich have gone for this season. A lot of their Adidas kits I've been quite a fan of so far. There's been a couple I don't like, but on the general scale, I quite like the Adidas kits, and the same goes for Ipswich Town. It's very simple, and I like it. I'm going to give it a B overall. Next up on the list are Leeds United, and this was the picture from their official kit launch, and how tight do those kits look? They look incredibly skin tight. I don't think the actual kits they're going to sell are going to be that skin tight, or there may be some disturbing images around Leeds. We'll just leave it there. But in terms of the actual kit itself, I think it does look pretty nice. The 32 red sort of gold sponsor looks quite nice. They got the thing going on around here as well, and overall I quite like that actually. I'm going to give it a B+, provided they're not all that skin tight. Yeah, it's a good kit. Then next of all, we have one of the championship favourites at the moment, for who a lot of people are actually tipping for promotion. That is of course Middlesbrough, and here are their kits for the upcoming season. And honestly, my first impressions of this kit was, I'm not sure about this one. Just the thing with the sponsor in the middle, and it just sort of like starts and stops and starts again, and everything about it. Overall, I'm going to go off my initial reaction for this one. I'm not a massive fan of it. I'm going to give it a C. Even the away kit doesn't really bring it up a level either. Both kits, I'm not a massive fan of. Millwall are the team up next of all, and to my knowledge as well, they are one of the teams which has just announced announced their home kit so far. So once again, I'll just be judging them off that. And yeah, to be honest, I actually quite like that kit. I think over the past few seasons, I've not been the biggest fans of the Millwall kits. They've always looked a little bit ugly to me, but that may be just my preference. But in terms of this one here, I think that looks pretty nice, to be honest. I think that I like the colour around it. They've done something a bit different to everyone else in the Championship. The sponsor looks alright. I'll give that a B. And next up on the list, we have Norwich City. And Norwich, once again, it's the Leo Vegas thing. It's the curse of Leo Vegas, in my opinion. Whoever seems to have them as a sponsor on their shirt, I'm just not a massive fan of. I mean, their home kit, it's alright, but that away kit, oh, Jesus. I mean, it looks... comparisons, I think, have been made to a barcode already, and you can see why with that sort of lined pattern. The sleeves as well, I'm not a massive fan of. I just don't like that. The Leo Vegas sign, I just think looks very tacky in my opinion, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm going to give them a D. Nottingham Forest are the team next up to discuss, and I think a lot of similarities have been drawn with the away kit for Forest and Birmingham's home kit. Literally, look at them side by side. They look almost identical, which is pretty mad. They're literally the same kit, it's just a different shade of blue. But going off what I judged Birmingham by, yeah, it's a solid kit in my opinion. Who copied who? Did Forest copy Birmingham or did Birmingham copy Forest? Let me know down below. I know it's the same kit provider, but you know what I mean. But the Forest home kit especially I like that a lot. I like the stripes going down it. I'm going to give them a B+. Then moving on in the list, next of all we do have Queen's Park Rangers, and I mean, I'm just going to ignore that green kit. You know my thoughts on this already. I'm just not a big fan of that. I think goalkeepers can pull it off, but wearing green outfield, that shade of it as well, I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of it. But talking about their home kit and their away kit, the red and black one, I'm a massive fan of those two. I think their colour scheme looks very nice on them. The sponsor fits in well to the stripes as well. Overall, I'm a fan of that. I'm going to give that a B+. Sheffield United are the next team on the list, and once again, they've done stripes pretty well here. I think that this is how you should do stripes. If you want a kit with red and white stripes, this is how you should be doing it. Quite bold ones. The sponsor fits in quite well to that. The logo and the kit manufacturer also fits in well to the stripe. I like this kit. The sleeves look nice. This is a nice kit. I'm going to give it a B. And then we get onto this one. Oh dear, oh dear. If we thought that the Derby away kit was bad, this is on a whole new level of bad. I'd love to know, do some Sunderland fans think this is a good kit? I mean, we've already seen some comparisons to other things being shown to this kit, but I just hate it. I really do hate this kit. Everything about it, it just looks so flimsy and tacky, and the stripes, I really hate this kit. I'm going to give it a U. I just hate it that much. Just looking at it makes me angry. Let's move on. And then to the last kit to wrap up the video, we do have the Wolves kits, obviously, and once again, I'm a massive fan of the away kit. I think pretty much for most of these kits, really, the away kit's been the one which I've been more of a fan of in terms of the home one. Apart from Derby, that's an obvious exception. But this away kit, especially for Wolves, that stripe down the side of that one looks really nice. The faded effect on it as well, I think it looks really nice. The money shop still being the sponsor for Wolves. The home kit looks nice as well, but that away kit looks very tasty. I'll give this one an A. I think the Wolves have done well this season. So there you have it, guys. There were my rankings for the kits which have been released so far this season in the Championship. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on your team's kit. Are you a fan of them or are you not? Let me know down below. Also as well, who do you think's got the best and worst kit in the Championship? If I had to say right now, I'd say the best kit would be the Bristol City away kit and the worst kit would be the Sunderland home shirt. Also let me know down below who you're going to be getting on the back of your shirt for this season. I'll be very interested to know that one. But apart from that, guys, that will now wrap it up for this video. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you do leave a like. It is always massively appreciated. As well as that, make sure you subscribe for regular Championship content. Check out all the other links in the description down below. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.